with this gentleman in the front.
Oh, hi, Simon from the UK. This is probably a question you get asked all the time. Do you know what's going to happen at the very end? And what would happen if you told us now?
I do know. And, you know, some guys would pull up outside of this building in a white van and mask and throw me into it and whisk me away, and I would never be seen again.
Tell us that.
No.
All right, second question over here.
Hello, Matthew. Anna from Serbia, from 1992. Now that season 5 ended and Jughead was detonated, or so we're led to believe, people's destinies on the show, the characters, have been so cathartic and everything has changed so much. Do you feel like their destinies, or do you know if they're really going to be resolved in a satisfactory way for the audience now that the show has progressed so much in so many unexpected ways?
You know, one of the things that I think's made Lost really special is that it's a show that, you know, it makes people think, and they end up sort of writing what future they want to see for the show. And so I really believe that the final season is going to be amazing, and I think it's going to be an incredibly satisfactory ending to this story that we've all been a part of. But as far as whether the audience will feel that way, I mean, you know, I think that, again, it's a show where a lot of the people who are very, very wrapped up in the show, they write their own version of the way they want it to go. And so you're not going to please all of those people all the time. I mean, I think that as far as all the little pieces of the puzzle that Damon and Carlton have laid out, and all those tracks that were laid story-wise early, and at times the audience didn't have a lot of faith that they knew where they were heading with it. The show will prove that they did know all along where they were heading with it, because all of those pieces will come back into play. But whether or not it'll end the way that people want it to, I don't know. That's up to their versions of the way they want it to end.
Okay, right here, and then this young lady over here.
My name is Nils from Norway, and as I was doing my research before coming here, I read that you are a big fan of skinny dipping from an old story, and I was wondering, how would you feel about skinny dipping in beautiful Norwegian fjords?
Sounds fantastic. You know, I am a fan of skinny dipping. If I'm going to swim, I'd rather do it naked. And yes, that sounds great. Someday maybe I'll do that.
Well, you have a standing invitation.
Oh, thank you.
Sure, from the ladies in the audience. Okay, right here, please. Next question.
I'm Lizzie from UK Cosmo. I just want to know what kind of women you prefer in real life. Kind of cool and calculated women like Juliet, or more rough and ready like Kate?
Well, I am married and been married for many, many years. So I guess I would prefer, well, Margarita is sort of her own breed, but I'm not going to get into describing what I love about her.
All right, and right here.
Hello, I'm Giza from Hungary. I would like to ask you that, as far as I know, you are coming to Budapest very soon, and as far as I know, it was your wish. So what drove you to come to Eastern Europe?
Well, I've never been to Budapest, and I'm excited to go and you know, meet some people there that are fans of the show. And you know, we only have one more year of this experience, and I really want to savor it. It's been an amazing experience. This is the second time that I'll have gone 6 years on a television show. And I know how that feels to be wrapped up in something for 5 years, and then the last year rolls around, and I just want to make sure that I savor it. It will be finished and it will be gone. And I'm very excited for the next chapter of my life, but at the same time I want to make sure I really enjoy the next 10 to 11 months.
In this case, when you found out the show was going to have a definitive ending, were you happy? Were you upset? How did that make you feel?
We were all really happy. I mean, Lost is unlike more of like a, you know, a doctor show or a lawyer show or a cop show where you can just continually come up with new cases. Lost is a narrative. I mean, it started with a plane crash on an island in the South Pacific, and it will have a very specific ending. And so Damon, you know, always has known what that ending would be. And so he really had to know how many chapters he was going to have to write that story in. It would have been very damaging to Lost, and I think the audience would have immediately caught on to the fact that we were sort of stalling to stretch story. So That was very important to Damon to get a definite end so he could plan how he was going to let that story go.
Right here.
Hello, I'm Chris from Switzerland, from TV Guide. I would like to know how does it feel for the fifth season, season 5. You don't have many scenes together with Terry Oakley because it's focusing on Locke's role. How did it feel? You feel a bit sad about that? Not to...
No, I mean, I do know how the show is going to end. I mean, I know what the last images of the show are going to be, so I knew that this year was going to be a time in which we had to do a lot of sort of the backstory of the Dharma Initiative. We had to do this split time, and I've always known that Jack and Locke will come head to head again in the final year, and that I'll have plenty of work to do with Terry.
Okay, this young lady right here.
Hi, I'm Katrin from Finland. So what are you going to do after the show, after the Lost is going to end?
I'm going to move. We've had a wonderful time in Hawaii for the time that we've been there, and the kids have really enjoyed it. But we're all very excited about moving on to the next place in our lives, and being closer to family is going to be one of the priorities that I have. I have 2 brothers, and they both have children, and we really want them to have good, solid first cousin relationships. And then I'm going to focus on doing films. You know, I've managed to do 4 films over the last couple of years that I'm really proud of, and I'm very excited about sort of the next chapter. And I'm only going to really focus in that direction because it gives me more freedom in my life. This is the second time that I've worked on a television show for 6 years. I want to move into a film career and do a movie or 2 a year and have more flexibility.